Well, hello! I am here to teach you SEO. I know what I'm talking about. So, just to prove that I know what I'm talking about, I got my black pen and I got this board that's been outside for a while, so it's a bit dirty. But I've literally just decided to teach people this. So, how do I know what I'm on about? Simply Google SEO Nottingham. I'm #1. I'm beating all the big companies. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like an encyclopedia. By the way, I've done that within a couple of months. I've been out of the game since 2019 because I've been doing other things, other businesses, etc. But I'm here to teach you how to rank a website. The principles are the same that they've always been, okay? Just a few tweaks here and there. And also, I know all the little sneaky black hat techniques to get you to the top. No fluff, no garbage, none of this overcomplicated, I'm really intellectual and I'm going to teach you blah, 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 and talk a load of crap. I ain't going to do that. This is all about action. Let's move the camera back a little bit so you can see the whole of the board. There we go. Right, okay, cool. I think that's good. Right, so, you got a website, right? I'm assuming you've got a website or you're thinking about having a website. So, here's your website in the middle, yeah? Your website, web. Call it web, because I can't be asked to write the whole thing, and I've already started off with big, massive letters, and I'm doing this on the fly, yeah? This is all inside my head, I don't have to think about it, it all just comes out. First thing you need to do, you need about 100 of these bad boys, so 100, yeah, in a box, directory submissions. The D, okay? 100 of the Ds. Once you got 100 directories, linking back to your website, next thing to do is to create some blog comments. Literally all you do is you type in the niche that you're looking for, so it might be window cleaning, type in blogs, they'll all come up on Google, start clicking on them, and then start going in, commenting, oh, what a great blog, I might add that to my window cleaning business, and then just put a link back to your page, yeah? Whatever you're trying to rank. So about 50 of them to get started, yeah? Blogs, Bs, right? These all link back to your website. So every single one of these provides you with a link back, okay? The next thing you need to do is article submissions. A for article. Article submissions, quite simply, an article about your business. It could be a fake press release, whatever. You might be advertising for jobs that you ain't even got. But you get a link back to your website and it gives credibility. That's what it's all about. It's all about a facade, a vamoose, to tell Google that you're the best, yeah? So you've got jobs advertised, you're busy, things are going good. Google takes all this into account. So article submissions, talking about your business, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 20 good ones, yeah? 20 good ones. It used to be hard, but with ChatGPT, you can knock these up pretty quick. Just make sure you go in there, do a few grammar errors, maybe the odd spelling mistake, maybe, but ultimately put a few errors in there so it looks like a human's written it. Because if Google sees that ChatGPT will do, which by the way, if it's absolutely perfect, pristine, it will know, more than likely, that level of website, if it's a cleaning business or whatever, or a small level, hasn't paid a specialist to come and write the article, so it'll know, so it'll go against it. But if you put a few spelling errors in there, boom, 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 you go up in Google. Right, next. Web 0.20, yeah? Basically what that means is free website platforms like Weebly, Wix, Google's got one. You basically create a website, a mini site, put a little blurb on it about your business, the area that you cover, and again, link back. You're probably going to need about 10 of them, okay? So 10 of those bad boys. Right, and we're going to call that, we need to give it call it web, yeah? Web 2.0, yeah? That's what we're going to do. Next thing you need to think about is reviews. Now, reviews are something that can come organically, but you can also fake them quite easily. It's not hard to do if you know what you're doing. So, reviews, right? Obviously, R for reviews. Now, with reviews, you want to think about Facebook, you want to think about other like review platforms. There's like some directories like the Index, I think it's called. Google reviews, they're a little tricky, a little harder to do, but ultimately you can get these. So if you go on Facebook, there's groups, right? Review groups, where you go on there and everyone's giving each other reviews. So that's all they do. Just go around giving each other reviews. Some people, they're like, oh yeah, you know, £2 for a review. So you pay a tenner, you got 5 reviews. Boom. No, a tenner, yeah, 5 reviews. So if you spend 20 quid, you get 10 reviews. 10 reviews can look good, especially if you drip feed them. So the last thing you want to do is do them all in one day. I've done that before. I mean, it still works, but I would drip feed them so that when people read them, they think, oh, right, yeah, he's been getting a couple a month and he's quite legit, eh? So that's what it's all about, looking legit. And I hope you are legit. I'm not trying to encourage anybody who's a bad business person to go ahead and dominate, take over and, you know, provide a bad service. We don't want to do that. But you could do that if you wanted to. Everything could be artificially inflated with SEO and online. It's easy. Anyway, here we go. So we link that back, boom, boom. So you want your reviews going back to your website. Very, very important. Now we're always ranking back to start off with the home page. The home page is the mother page. It's the page that holds all the link juice. And then that passes on link juice to all your other pages. Now, of course, if you really want to dominate, you start doing all this stuff to your other pages that are in the website. So for instance, let's say you're covering multiple areas. You're not just covering one area. You might want to cover Derby, Leicester, Birmingham, like I have done with my other website, Leaflet Media. I rank #1 for Leicester, Birmingham, all over the place. I'm in Edinburgh, I'm all over the shop. Got leafleters out going all over the place. Because I've got a whole spectrum of marketing knowledge. From leaflet design, printing, web design, I've got everything. I know it all. I've been doing it since I was like 21 years old and I'm now 37. So, reviews. The next thing you want to think about is building your own website network. Now, a website network is simply a bunch of websites that you've bought, yeah, domain names that you've bought. So for instance, imagine you're a plumber, yeah, but 3 or 4 of the plumbing businesses are maybe let their domain name expire, maybe they went bust, whatever. You go on expireddomains.com or expireddomains.co.uk if you're in the UK, and all you do is simply go on there and you search, you type in the keywords plumbing, plumbers and the area. It will give you a load of expired domain names that have previously been in Google. You want the most recent, maybe in the past 6 months to a year, that's been out of Google's index. Those websites will have link juice. Those websites will have directories, they'll have reviews, they'll have Facebook pages, they'll have Instagram, they'll have everything you need. Bing, bang, bong. So all you do is, you then put all your own content all over that site, okay? With your phone number, your email, create a different one, not the same one on your main website. You've got to be clever about it, right? Ideally, you want to buy from different platforms, not the same domain provider, but you can get away with it. I've bought loads, but they say, the rumour is, you know, the black hat gang say you want to be really, really careful and buy them in a different name if you can. I mean, I've done that. It's not hard to do. You just put a fake name in and boom, you can buy a domain. There's no real checks on that. Anyway, so what you do is you buy these mini websites for £12 each. Don't cost a lot of money. And you link them back to your website. But these websites also rank in Google. So now you've got AC Plumbers, you own that. Plumbing Edinburgh, I own that. Plumbing thebestplumbers.com, I own that. And they all link back to your, let's say, plumbing website, yeah? That makes you very, very dominant. Not only have you got 3 other websites that are like this website, but they're all linking back to your mother website, your main site, the website that you really care about. It's just brilliant, right? It works like a treat. So you get all the work from them, and you get all the work from them. Your phone won't stop ringing, and that's what you want. You want your phone to ring, don't you? Right? You want inquiries. Inquiries going into your funnel, boom, boom, you got loads of work. Next,